They were read into the record of the U.S. Congress. 2010, 2011, the girls were number 3. The guys were number 2. And it goes on. I want to talk a little bit. Oh, I better hurry. Y'all have closed down, the rec department has closed down the pool on a couple of occasions on us. And we've had to get out the troops. I've heard that there was at one time, people were told there was a leak so big a bus could fit in under the pool, that the pool was going to swallow up and take the swimmers with them. And that was by a Buncombe County staff member. Y'all closed the pool on us in the middle of the season. We did not have anywhere to go. We had to go to UNCA for 2 weeks. A couple of years ago, you closed down for a drain issue that we knew was coming for years and years and years. We've had to finish the last 2 weeks of our season somewhere else. I can't even remember where it was. 24 seconds. I want to let y'all have a copy of what I just found yesterday in the September 8th, 2008 minutes. And I really want you to read what's on page, or section 5 of this contract between y'all and the county government.
Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. You be next, and you're speaking for 8 or more people, I believe, also. Is that right?
I may be.
Well, I'm gonna say you are. I'll give you 10 minutes because there's 25 people that gave up. So you two will have to. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you.
Good evening, Buncombe County people, and good evening to the County Commission. I'm Dr. Heather Krueger. I'm a general pediatrician. I live in Buncombe County. For the last 6 years, I've been a newborn hospitalist and specialist. I do live in Buncombe County. I'm a parent of 5 high school swimmers, 3 that have swum in this district. Also, they've done summer swim team. I myself swam in high school on a regional team. I'm a volunteer. When I was a lot younger, I was able to volunteer with a handicap swimming program where we took kids that had cerebral palsy and other physical limitations and took them into the pool where they could do more stretching and more movement of their body with the support of the water than they could on land. And I'm also a scouting volunteer. I am a merit badge counselor for first aid and for music, actually. So I come at this from a tradition of competitive swimming, but also from a health perspective a little bit. Swimming is a unique high school sport in terms of the level of fitness that is achieved with a very low level of injury. This is not a sport where you get head injuries. This is not a sport where you get spinal cord injuries, as long as there's adequate supervision and good safety. It's something I advise my patients to do for exercise and fitness. Swimming is also unique because the skill to become a high school competitive swimmer can be a life-saving skill for yourself, for a family member, or for a stranger in a water situation in the future. It can also become a life-saving skill if you just use some of your skills to teach and to spread that knowledge of being able to handle yourself in the water. There are many things about high school swimming that are probably shared with other sports, but highlights to me have included the combination of individual effort and personal accountability for improving your stroke and improving your times, combined with a great team spirit and the opportunity to cheer every event because it takes place. You don't have to go to the other end of the stadium to see the long jump. You're right there, you watch your teammates compete, and you really do build each other up. I think swimming is unique because there is a good relationship among schools, between schools. There is a rivalry. I see at least 3 teams represented back here, but also the swimmers at the top of the scale in ability know each other and support each other, and the swimmers at the bottom of the scale, the guy who almost doesn't finish the event, gets the support and the cheers of people on the team. It's also unique to be a parent. It can't function in our area without parent volunteers. And yet the burden on parent volunteers is not too bad. You have to learn how to time, you might learn the skills that it needs to be a judge, and without those parents, the meets can't happen. But you see these parents step up, and we have fun and we enjoy cooperating to make meets happen. The Zeugner facility could probably be more used than it is for handicapped students in our area, for scouting groups, and for regular lap swimming. I think if improvements were made in the deck in the building, that it would be more used for that. The pool itself is in adequate condition. I'm not so sure about the pumps and the filters. But I would just like to emphasize that it doesn't make sense to close the facility and not have another thing to replace it. And there's a lot of opportunity, a lot of hope and effort available to help us resolve this and to get another facility up and going. But I don't think just closing it is the right option. And that's my time.
Thank you, Doc. Who else wants to be heard tonight? Yes, sir.
My name is Jack Vest. I am 10 years old and a student at Fairview Elementary. I am a competitive swimmer and I would like to be able to swim in middle school and high school like my mom and dad and brother and sister.
Thank you.
I'm Eric Vest, and I'm the coach of AC Reynolds High School. Tell you a little bit about myself. I started competitive swimming in Buncombe County.
Put the microphone up in your mouth so we can hear you.
In 1980. I swam competitively. I started the Charles D. Owen High School swim team back in 1985. My brothers and sisters swam. I wasn't happy until I married a swimmer. All three of my children are swim competitively. To say that I'm passionate about swimming is an understatement. I also graduated the fastest swimmer in Bud's Class 212 in the United States Navy. I was a combat swimmer for SEAL Team 4 in Mill Creek, Virginia. I volunteer helping the young applicants that are going into the Navy, into special warfare programs. We have a test tomorrow. And I do swim clinics, help triathletes and master swimmers over at the Zeugner Center and rent the facility for that. It closing down is going to affect me doing that as well. Let's see here. I've had a lot of experience in aquatics facilities. I used to work at the Reuter Family YMCA. I worked at the Marion Gill Center in Charlotte, as well as the Mecklenburg Aquatic Center. There is a lot of experience and background that's sitting in this room right now that would be an invaluable resource in planning an aquatic center and to keep this one running. And that's one of my main concerns, is that none of us were actually even contacted about the presentation of the $36 million facility, which incidentally is about twice as much as what we've come up with for a cost of one. Or about them shutting it down. None of us were contacted. None of the people that sat at the CRA meeting back this summer, none of us were contacted at all. And that's very frustrating to me. I asked Dr. Green for an expense and revenue report, and I have about 10 copies of them right here. Hold on just a moment. I urge the commissioners to look at this expenditure report and revenue report with some refined glasses. There are some items that are on there that show up on both the revenue and on the expenditure side. There are some other items that are need to be made aware of about the cost.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Coach, I do want to thank you for your service. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
I'm Christina Long, and I'm a what am I? I'm a YMCA official and a USA swimming official, as well as a high school swimming official. I'm excited about a new aquatic center, and y'all should be too. Dr. Green told you last month about the various aquatic centers, and she never told you about the positive effects of one. They do have them. No one ever asked her that question. They're both economic and social. Well, the Greensboro Aquatic Center, in the first year it was open, $42 million in economic benefits. $42 million in 1 year. It cost them $18 million to build in bond financing. Their study estimated impact to be $14.5 million annually. The first 8 months, they hosted 190 events with 150,000 swimmers. That's a lot of people. It's a lot of hotel rooms. As you know, SoCon brings a lot of dollars to the community, and so would an aquatic center with a lot of ability to program. Waynesboro, Virginia hosts every June about 1,500 to 2,000 swimmers. Where the heck is Waynesboro, Virginia? Everybody knows where Asheville is. Everybody wants to come here. If we had a great pool, we would bring a lot of people here. Chatham County Aquatic Center, Savannah, Georgia, $39 million, 39 swim meets, 10 years. It's not a great pool. We've been there. The reason we go is because of competition. We have great competition here. We just don't have a pool. USA Swimming was kind enough to provide facts and figures of the number of swimmers and the impact that Speedo, Championship Series, Arena Grand Prix, Junior National, Senior National Zones, and US Open bring to certain communities. I did give you a handout. In that handout also has some economic benefit studies and just of different various pools across the U.S. 2013, Tupelo, Mississippi built an aquatic center for $11 million. In 2016, they're going to be hosting one of those zone championships. 5-day event, 700 swimmers, an average of 1.5 extra people for every swimmer. Those swimmers come from all over the South. They need hotel rooms, they need restaurants. Tupelo aggressively programs their pool with a variety of fitness routines, recreational activities. In addition to the meets that they host, it makes the whole thing cost less and have more impact on the community. The Aquatic Center has become another selling point for Tupelo to get new businesses in for the quality of life of the citizens. Greenville, South Carolina, after 2 years of operation, has a net positive of $17,000. Not a huge amount, but it's a positive on their books. The social impact is simple of an aquatic center. The healthier lifestyle, year-round availability, more than just one sport can enjoy a facility. I better speak fast too, or I'm done.
This is the book you referred to.
It is the book, and there is quite a bit in there, and a lot of people have talked about a lot of the social impacts, but there are a lot of them.
Thank you, Ms. Long.
Absolutely.
Who wants to speak next? Yes, sir. Oh, Joel, you want to speak, are you? You're resident. Yes, sir, in the back. We'll have you, we have in the back first, the gentleman, and then I'll have you, young lady, next after him, okay?
Hi, my name is Michael Kirby. I'm a junior at AC Reynolds High School. I'm on the Reynolds swim team. I know I don't have a speech prepared, but I still think that I can bring up some good points. I suffered a grade 3 concussion back in October. And my life was changed. It's still changed. I'm still recovering from it. It's taught me a lot of how to deal with stuff and move past obstacles. But swimming to me has really helped me out a lot. And there's a lot of scientific research behind it. My neurologist said, yeah, go to swim practice. Don't go every day because you don't want to strain yourself, but go to swim practice. It'll help you out. He's not letting me compete in meets, but I still go and I help out with the meets, and it's fun, and I can really attribute a lot of my recovery to swimming, and I don't think I'd be where I am right now if it wasn't for swimming. Another thing, the swim team, we build a lot of friendships on the swim team. We're really just a band of misfits because, I mean, just swimming, let's be honest. So, without a swim a place to swim, we really wouldn't have a swim team. There wouldn't be any point to it, and people would not be enjoying themselves in high school as much as they are right now. High school's a tough time. I know that to grown-ups it might not seem like it, but for us right now in the moment, yes it is. And if we don't have a pool to swim at, we're not gonna have a swim team. So I'm not asking to keep Zugner open forever. I know that it needs to be shut down, but let's build a pool first before we shut down what's already existing, so that we can transition more easily. So that's.
Thank you, Kirby. Yes, ma'am, on the front row. And then we'll have you in the back. You can come on up. Why don't you come on up and here's open seat up here you can be sitting on. Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Honorable Commissioners. I'm Camille Long, a student at T.C. Robertson High School and a swimmer who relies on Zoigner Pool for my training. Not just with Coach Cottom, but with my year-round swim team, the YMCA Piranhas.